Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial in my Minecraft world. Unfortunately it is raining, but that's not going to stop us today. Today we're going to be covering a old design that I made, the Minecraft block swapper. So let's go ahead and get our gear on and come over here to the testing facility. So the hope for today's video is to inspire you to use some of these redstone mechanics to spruce up your build just a little bit. Maybe you can add a little bit of technical know-how in your decorated builds and get a little bit of fancy stuff. So this redstone is fairly compact and easy to follow, and here I'm using it as a automatic lighting system for my rooms. So I really like the idea of using a tripwire to figure out when you enter and leave the room. So there's only one exit, one entrance, one exit to this room. We have it hooked up to a T flip-flop to count us on a little toggle of enter and exit. And what it's hooked up to is a block swapper. It will automatically turn on the lights when you enter and turn off the lights when you leave. Just to show you again, it's on and it's off. Now if you ever get the timing messed up, all you have to do is just trigger the tripwire without going into the room, and that is the easiest way to reset it. Another option is putting a button on this block to manually trigger the T flip-flop, but I think just toggling it like this is the easiest way to do it, so you don't have to like hit a button when maybe that's hard. You could also hook this up to a lever to create different block swappers. And let's move over here. And so here's an example of how to use this, not for lighting, but actually to make a very concise crafting table. So if you need extra room or storage, or need to make your storage area more concise, we can use this block swapper to swap out crafting stations. So maybe here you have a crafter or something else, and here you have a barrel. Now, as you can see on the left here, it uses sticky pistons to move the objects around. One will pull back while the other shoots up, and then it goes back down before this one can come over. Now, it's an easy way to hide your stuff. Now, another option is to use the classic bookshelf trick. That way, if there is some sort of items, let's go ahead and just put some temporary blocks here. Let's go with a diamond and a piece of gold. Let's say there's some sort of blocks and you want to actually hide your bookshelf. Well, you can cycle this to the right orientation, hide your bookshelf in your gold block. This won't even trigger anymore because this is powering the system, kind of locking it. And then when you want to unlock it, you just cycle your book around and it works as expected. And so that's one example of a block swapper. Now let's move on to the actual build tutorial. Forgot I'm in creative and there is a lot of gold and diamonds. Alrighty. So to actually get this build underway, what you'll need is the following. So it takes up a 3x4 platform down here, and it is counting the block underneath. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks tall if you count the lever. Now it's a very simple build. So all you'll need to do, and let's go ahead and just go through the build here. Yeah, so let's grab all my materials. And I'll go ahead and grab these optional blocks. And I'll just jump down here and build it. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you'll need is 2 pieces of redstone dust. Redstone, redstone. Repeater, repeater. Redstone, redstone. And in the middle here, you're going to want a transparent block, because you don't want these redstones for any reason powering the center block. So it's safest just to keep a transparent block there. And now you're ready for your vertical sticky pistons. Sticky piston, sticky piston. And we want to have, right at the top, a standard piston. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some sort of temporary block. We're going to swap these out with our items that we actually want on our block swapper later. Put our new sticky pistons this way. Now this controls all of the timing necessary, so you don't shove blocks off of the sticky piston. Now we're going to use redstone blocks, and when it's over the repeater it's doing nothing, but when it extends out it's going to trigger this redstone paste, turning on this the sticky piston this way. And now when it's in this position, when it's closed, we want to actually trigger the top piston. There we go. And now we can just put whatever block we want on this swapper. And that is most of the mechanics done. Now we just need an on and off lever. So we need that block to be powered right between these two redstone pistons. So right here. And redstone paste. And put another block and a lever. Now this is really all you need to make the block swapper work. Now there is one caveat to it. It is not super spam proof. It's fairly spam proof, but if you really start flicking it, you can get this block being shoved off its track. So it's not perfect, but as long as you're careful when you use it in your world, it is actually fairly stable. Now if you're really worried about other people coming in and messing with your builds, you can, instead of a lever, set it up on a T flip-flop. And that kind of makes it spam proof because it's using buttons. So it's really hard to spam buttons. So this T flip-flop is controlled via timings, so it lets you kind of take care of all that timings through the T flip-flop. Now how to build a T flip-flop is fairly simple. So let's actually cover that too. So for a T flip-flop, you will need 3 droppers. And you will need droppers. Okay, so you will need some droppers. And to build a T flip-flop, you just need a dropper going up. And then over, and then this one's going to be fed back into the starting dropper, and then you'll need 1 hopper. Let's grab a hopper. Hopper going in here. And to do the lights, that's what I hooked a tripwire up to for our input. But how it works is we have a single button. Can never find these things. Button. So you have a single button, and that's going to power this bottom dropper. Now in this bottom droppers, it's going to hard power this block, which is going to also trigger these 2 blocks next to it. And so when you have a single item in the dropper, no matter where it is, it's going to be cycled over to the next block. So right now it's in this position. I hit this button. It's going to trigger both of these droppers. One of them is going to try to put the item up here, but it doesn't have an item to place yet. This one's going to try to put the item over here. There we go. And it successfully does that. And then this one was going to try to put it into the hopper, which just auto queues this one. So now it'll cycle back and forth into these droppers. And all we need to do is get a comparator. Read this dropper. And because that has a signal strength of 1, we need some way to grab that output and throw a repeater on it. So you can turn a corner like this, or you can just have the repeater directly here. Either way should work. Let's go ahead and give that a test. There we go, it's on, and now it's off. So this is one method to convert a button to a lever, more or less, with this T flip-flop idea. Now, hopefully copper bulbs will still be working once they are in Bedrock Edition. You can make a slightly smaller T flip-flop, but this one is pretty efficient and looks good. Some other ideas, if you wanted to really focus on hiding your block swappers, is perhaps using cracked stone, because the texture looks similar to a dropper. You could probably think about it this way, as having it kind of in the roof with a stone button, and then feeding that pulse downwards into your system. And so that's everything for today's video. We have a nice dropper, T flip-flop, or just a very simple block swapper. Let me know if you're going to use it in your builds, and if you design it, if you want to use it for the lighting, if you want to use it for the actual decorations, or you want to use it for the secrets, where you hide stuff behind the block swappers to make it really concise and easy. So here I have all of my secret books in here. It's not a very great book, but it's secret for a reason. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos and tutorials. That's everything for today. You can find my YouTube channel on at BadBrewster17. I do stream on Twitch as well when I make these videos, so if you want to be part of that making process, feel free to follow and let me know what you think while I'm streaming. Thank you. Have a great day.